I'm Natasha.
Hey.
Do you want to introduce yourself first?
Sure. My name is Kai. Well, it's not the first thing that I would say to someone I just met, but I'm the founder and CEO at Rocket Academy.
Okay.
Rocket Academy is an online coding bootcamp. We train people, adults, to be software engineers, and we help them get jobs at top tech companies as software engineers.
Okay, and what inspired you to start the company?
Oh, yeah, I noticed there's this huge gap. Like all the employers, myself included at the time, were trying to hire great software engineers.
Right.
It's really difficult to find. And I noticed that for people that, everybody's talking about tech, it's so cool, and they want to get into this tech industry. For people who want to get in, there aren't very many good ways for people to pick up the skills they need to get in, especially something like coding, without doing a computer science degree. I looked around at existing boot camps. I felt like there was opportunities to offer a better level of education, as well as a better level of network, and I felt like I was able to provide that, so I thought I could start Rocket Academy.
Yeah, and so for myself, I'm Natasha. I'm from the Ice Cream and Cookie Co. And as you can tell from the name, we make ice cream and cookies.
Okay.
So we started the company 10 years ago. It was really a hobby. I made an ice cream cookie sandwich at home for my boyfriend at the time. And we started doing little farmers markets, and things took off from there. Like slowly word of mouth spread, and we started supplying restaurants and cafes. And over the years now, we retail our products at supermarkets around Singapore. We also do a lot of OEM or contract manufacturing for companies. So if somebody, they dream of having their own ice cream brand, we create that for them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And for yourself, just going from being a software engineer and then starting an educational business, what were the challenges that you faced?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest challenges that we faced today, Rocket Academy has been around for only 2 years, so it hasn't been 10 years as long as Ice Cream and Cookie Co. But even within the 2 years, I think one of the biggest challenges, and I think with most businesses, is building the right team. I really think that's my primary role, is making sure we have the best team that we can have to execute on what we want. And it's not just about finding the best people. I think similar to other businesses as well, the biggest challenge is really building the right team. Over the time that we've been around, just making sure we know what we want and are able to find the right people for these roles has been super important.
Okay. Yeah. What would you say is your company's biggest hurdle, and how did you overcome it? I would say our biggest hurdle was transitioning from a really artisanal business to now something more of a commercial business. So now we've scaled up over the last 10 years to supply places like supermarkets, and it's one thing about there's different methodology and different equipment used, so your recipes do have to adapt. But it's also your customers have a bigger profile now. So when you're supplying a supermarket, they have their safety regulations, their food regulations, and so your company's internal processes have to level up to what's required. So I think that has been the biggest hurdle over the years. And for you guys, what was a big hurdle for you?
Yeah, I think because Rocket Academy is a services business, right? We primarily deal in helping people get a great education and get into the great tech companies.
Okay.
The people are super important. So as I mentioned earlier, the team is super important, making sure you have the right people who can engage, relate with the students, not just our core staff, but also all of our cohort of instructors is super important to make sure we screen, get the right people that can both know what they're doing with software engineering, but more importantly, just relate to the student's journey, understand the psychological journey that they're going through when they're making the career switch. What is your most Singaporean thing that you do?
So I queue up for things.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's very Singaporean. What about for you?
Wow. I just really like being at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And because I go to the same coffee shop and I always eat the same thing, this mixed veg rice.
Yeah.
I love it when I go to the same person and they just know what I want. Yeah, I'm just and they're like, oh, okay,
You're the
okay.
VIP at the coffee shop.
And it's just so simple. We don't have to say anything. They just they just know. Yeah. So I think that's.
If you had to describe Singapore using just 3 words, what would they be and why?
I think my first word is diverse.
Yep.
I think second is energetic. Third word probably I would say is grounded.
Yep. So for me, I would add the 3 words that describe Singapore. One would be united. So another word I would describe Singapore would be safe. As a parent now with young kids, I've got a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old, there's no other country in the world where I would feel comfortable, they can just run in the park and I can feel confident that they're safe. And then the third word would be, now when I think of Singapore, I think of it as home, because I grew up in Australia and I've always had this kind of like, am I Singaporean, am I Australian? I'm a bit of both really, but having been here the last 12 years and started my company here and really put down roots here, like when I land in Singapore, when I come back from somewhere and I see the lights and I see the ships and I see the bay and it just feels like home. So, yeah.
What are you or your company striving for in the next 5 years?
Definitely for us over the next 5 years we want to export, so that's been something that we've had really active interest from regional markets like Malaysia, Hong Kong, even China, and more further afield Australia and the US. So I think gradually over the next 5 years we'll definitely be exporting our ice cream cookie co products, and that's one of our biggest goals for the company at the moment. Yeah.
For Rocket Academy, I think within the next 5 years, for sure, I want us to be one of the leading, if not the leading, coding bootcamp in the region.
Yep.
I think we're primarily going after markets like Singapore, Hong Kong, and Australia because those are the English-speaking, well-educated, generally well-educated markets with a relatively high ability to pay as well for top education.
Okay.
And I think even within 5 years, we want to be in the US as well. How is your company building bridges with communities in Singapore as well as overseas?
So I mean, food is so much more than like the sum of its parts. Like it's the ingredients, but it's also like it's connection. It's like emotion. It's like love. And when you make food for people, especially a happy food like ice cream, you really connect with people. Another way we try and support our local community is like for our 10th birthday, we launched something called the People's Pint.
Yeah.
So this flavor was crowdsourced from like anyone who wanted to vote in Singapore, and they could choose between they could basically vote for their favorite ice cream flavor, and the one that won was mango sticky rice.
Oh.
And so a portion of these proceeds from the sale of these products will go to support One Singapore, which is a charity that aims to alleviate poverty in Singapore.
Wow.
And so that's how we want to like also put back to our community through our products.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The community is everything. I mean, of course we have to teach people well, yes.
Yes.
But like beyond teaching people well and providing good education, the community is really what differentiates Rocket Academy from other schools. And that's why we have investing so much effort to try and nurture our community, make sure people get to know each other, make sure people keep in touch after they graduate. Maybe people have opportunities to help each other with job interviews, with job searches, with referrals. Because, I mean, if we think about schools, right, what makes a good school? A lot of it is actually the alumni network and the value that you get from
100%.
the friends in the school that you made and how you guys go different paths in your careers, but you still help each other. Why is venturing overseas important for your company?
I think Singaporean products as well, like that are made in Singapore, are also on par with those made overseas.
Yeah.
And so, we're proud to like bring it overseas and show people what we can do. Yeah.
For Rocket Academy, one, I think it's helpful for students to have overseas opportunities, like what I was mentioning, to be able to make friends. I think one of the biggest values of going to, I was lucky to go to a school like Stanford where there's this global network of people who are doing cool things internationally, and when you go to different places, you can meet these people, you can catch up with these people, and we can help each other. So I aspire for the same thing for Rocket Academy students, that no matter where you go in the world, there is a Rocket Academy alumni community that you can tap on, you can get resources, you can just make friends and go out for food with. Like, when you visit those places.
Yes.
So we have to go where the competition is, and we have to be able to serve people internationally in order to get this economy of scale to be the best brand and survive, really. Fill in the blank.
Yep.
Singapore has the best blank in the world.
I'm going to say food.
Just having lived in many different cities, I would say public transport for sure.
Oh yeah.
Is one really up there.
Yes.
Like just thinking about our MRT and bus system, like
it's so good. What about Singapore makes it perfect for you to run your business?
Singapore is actually really, really perfect for Rocket Academy to start. Actually, before Rocket Academy, I was living in Jakarta because I was working there at a friend's startup, and I was thinking, okay, we're doing coding education, we're doing it online.
Yep.
Singapore actually made so much sense. Singapore has a relatively high ability to pay compared with the region as well.
Yep.
And so for Rocket Academy as an aspiring top school, I think these ingredients were really important for us to start in Singapore.
Singaporeans are very discerning when it comes to food. Like I said, the food here is so good, so the bar is really high. So you have this group of consumers who really will force you to hone your product and make it really good, because if it's not good, they will tell you straight up, like it's bad. Here's our 5 prata. So we're supposed to guess which one is which.
Well, I think we're supposed to guess.
I'm gonna start with like this one here.
Okay. Well, it looks like cheese.
I think it's cheese. That one would be cheese.
Cheese, right?
This one and this one look very similar. Oh, it's onion inside. This is onion.
Yeah.
No, it's onion.
Okay. Oh, this one.
That's definitely egg.
Okay.
You can see the egg.
Yeah, you can
That's
see
the
egg.
easiest one.
Okay. Okay, I'll do the plain one first. I think that's the easiest.
Okay. Are we right?
Yeah, this is what everybody
right.
outside of Singapore is missing.
Okay, so this one is definitely the plain one.
Yes.
Okay, so we're confident about 4 of them. We're confident about plain, onion, egg, cheese. I feel like we have another
Egg number
variety
2.
of egg.
Thin egg.
Thin egg and...
Wait, I haven't tried it yet.
egg.
Okay, let me try the thin
Try
egg.
it. Okay, try it.
Okay. So we thought that this one was cheese prata.
Let's see. This one has to be right.
Hey!
Yeah.
Okay. That was your guess. Good job.
Okay. So we're pretty sure this one is onion. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
Plaster prata.
That's pasta? Oh.
Okay.
So pasta has egg in the middle.
Egg in the middle.
Great. Okay, then this must be egg, right?
I would say so.
This has to be egg because it's the only other egg one, right?
Yes.
Egg prata. Okay.
All right. And the lucky... Oh no, we got
And
2.
so we got 2 wrong, which must have been these 2. So
That
this
was
must
wrong.
be plain.
So this was
Prata bomb. That.
I've heard of that, but it's good.
You guys got us good.
It's like a bit sweet.
That was great.
I like that. I'll order that next time.